All right, let's get right into it. We've talked a lot about the body, about the breath, but what happens at the very end of the line? What's the final destination? Today, we're going to explore that last, most profound stage of the yogic path. And our guide is the ancient wisdom of a guardian, known simply as Zoran the Dragon. This one quote, it really sets the stage for everything we're about to discuss. The whole point isn't about winning a fight or achieving something through force. It's about letting go. It's a surrender. And the real work? It's guarding that inner flame with this quiet, constant focus. So, let's start the climb. We're heading for what Zoran calls the dragon's final gate. But what does that even mean? What are we actually trying to get to here? Okay, this requires a complete shift in how we think. See, pretty much every other part of the path is about doing something, right? You do the poses, you do the breathing exercises, you engage the locks, but this final stage, it's the exact opposite. It's not about doing, it's about undoing, it's about dissolving. And that state has a name, samadhi. And I just love how the source material describes it here. It's a stillness so total that the I, the ego, the part of you that's been working so hard this whole time, it just vanishes, gone, like a little wisp of smoke. So how in the world do you know if you're even on the right track? It's a long road, and the signposts aren't exactly giant billboards. Let's talk about the subtle signals, the little clues that tell you all that inner work is actually paying off. First things first, don't expect fireworks. There's no flash of light from the heavens or a booming voice. The progress here is way more subtle. It's an internal change, a quiet transformation happening deep inside you. And here are some of those signs. Some are physical, right? A lean body, a calm look on your face, even a certain glow. But the real game changer, the most profound sign that something deep is shifting, is the awakening of the inner sound, the nadam. It's this sort of divine hum that starts inside you, and it pulls your attention inward until everything else just fades away into silence. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. This path is full of traps, perils that can snuff out that inner flame we're trying so hard to protect. Zoran points out 6 big ones. And you know what they say? Knowing your enemy is half the battle. That's right. There are 6. 6 major habits, 6 patterns that will absolutely pull you off the path if you're not paying attention. Let's break them down one by one. First up, and it starts with the absolute basics, food. Overeating seems simple, but the yogic logic here is really profound. When you overload your stomach, all of your body's energy, that precious inner fire, gets pulled down into the hard work of digestion. And it becomes almost impossible to find that stillness. And just like you can eat too much, you can also try too hard. The goal is always balance. Think about a dragon flying. It's not this frantic, exhausting flapping of wings. No, it's a powerful, effortless glide that conserves energy. Your practice needs to feel like that. Now, that outward energy, it leaks out in the simplest ways. One of the biggest culprits, just talking too much. I love this metaphor. The tongue is a rudder, and every time you're engaged in just idle chatter, you are literally steering your mind away from your inner world and back out into all the noise. The fourth one is a really sneaky trap. It's getting lost in the rules. It's so easy to get obsessed with the rituals and the techniques that you totally forget why you're even doing them in the first place. Remember, the rules are a map to help you find your way. They're not a cage to trap your spirit in. And just as your own rules can trap you, the company you keep can seriously affect you. The fifth obstacle is socializing, because the energy of other people, it's not neutral, it gets on you. And those chaotic vibrations can seep in and totally mess with the stillness you've been working so hard to build. Solitude isn't punishment, it's a powerful tool. And really, all of those other things, the overeating, the trying too hard, the chatter, the rigid rules, the social chaos, they all feed this final and greatest obstacle of them all, restlessness. This is the big boss. The fidgety body, the distracted monkey mind that's always jumping from one thought to the next. The entire yogic path is basically designed to tame this one thing. So, with all those obstacles, how do you actually forge the key that's going to unlock that final gate? Well, the answer isn't picking one single practice. It's about weaving them all together into one powerful, systematic process. And this is absolutely crucial. You can't just pick and choose. You can't say, oh, I like the postures, but I'm going to skip the breathing. It doesn't work like that. This is not a buffet. It's a sequence, a step-by-step process, kind of like a blacksmith forging a sword. Every single step is essential. And here is that forging process. Step 1, the asanas. They hammer the body, the raw iron, until it's strong and steady. Step 2, pranayama, the breathing. That's the bellows, fanning that inner fire, making it hotter and brighter. Step 3, the mudras and bandhas. These are the sacred seals that lock all that fiery energy in and direct it upward. And only when all that hard work is done is the final dissolution into samadhi even possible. Okay, I know this can all sound really big and abstract, so let's bring it all the way down to something incredibly practical. Zoran the Dragon actually offers a simple trial, a way for you to start practicing guarding your own inner flame, like right now. And don't let its simplicity fool you. This isn't some quick little meditation hack. This is presented as a practice that's thousands of years old. This is the core of the vigil. This is the beginning of the dragon's path. So here it is, the dragon trial. It's simple. Find a quiet spot and sit up tall. Close your eyes and just gently place an index finger on the space between your eyebrows. And then just breathe. As you inhale, imagine a tiny little flame sparking to life in your chest. And as you exhale, just feel that flame grow a little bit brighter. That's your whole job. Just sit there and guard that flame from every thought, every noise, every distraction that tries to blow it out. And that really is the question it all comes down to, isn't it? The path has been laid out for thousands of years. We know the obstacles, we know the signs of progress. The journey isn't a battle to be won, but a surrender to be made. A quiet, constant watch over that fire inside you. So the only real question left is, are you ready to guard your flame?